On an average, over 90% of drummers aren't fast. So in this video, I'm not going to be telling you guys what you want to hear. I'm going to be telling you the absolute truth about increasing your speed on the drums. When we talk about speed, speed refers to how fast an object is moving. In the world of drumming, it refers to how fast you can move around the kit, how fast your limbs are, how fast you can play grooves. You get the point. And the issue is, on an average, over 90% of drummers aren't fast. I even did a community poll lately, and that actually backs up my claim. Now I want you to listen to me very attentively. Speed is subjective, and there are different forms of speed. Now I know you're wondering, different forms of speed, just follow me. These different forms are what most pro drummers or teachers do not tell you, and it's most likely the reason you might be working tirelessly on the wrong thing. Now, talking about the forms of speed, there are primarily two forms of speed. The first one being what I will call the physical speed. This is the one everybody is conversant with. You've probably watched a couple of videos on YouTube showing you exercises to increase your speed and all that. That's what I'll classify as physical speed. You know, anything that has to do with increasing the speed of your hands, your foot, and all of that. But the second form of speed, which most drummers do not know, is what I call the mental speed. And now I'm going to show you a short analogy on why this is very important. And trust me, we're not just going to talk all day. I'm going to be showing you actionable steps you can take to increase this form of speed. Now take for instance, we have a car, and this car has carbon fiber body, it has super fast tires, it has a crazy aerodynamic shape, very lightweight, but then the horsepower, the engine, isn't really that much. That's a waste, isn't it? No matter how fast those body parts are, the engine is what makes that car move very fast. And if you bring it to the world of drumming, that thing we call the engine is actually your mind. And drummers most times want to always build their hand speed, their foot speed, but they always forget that it's the mind that processes most of these ideas. Let's get practical now. Let's say I have to do a drum solo and I have to play a couple of ideas moderately fast. Now what I try to demonstrate to you guys here is I try to play some couple of things quite fast and see what was happening. When I was switching from a particular thing to something else, there was no time for me to, think. Do you understand? That's the main thing I'm trying to achieve in today's video. When you're doing solos or all those stuffs, you do not have time to start thinking, what's the next thing I should play? What is this? So the ability of your brain to be fast enough to bring ideas to you. The first thing I did was, you see how I went from this stuff to that stuff. For your brain to be able to know, okay, this is what this guy wants, bring it out quickly, then your hands deliver it. Do you understand? So I'm going to show you guys some couple of exercises that are going to help you train your mind to quickly bring out ideas whenever you need them, so you don't keep getting stuck in between your drum solos and all of that. The first step in this process is, first of all, you need to know some chops, some feels, some crazy stuff. Because what we're doing today is we're trying to increase the speed of your mind. But for your mind to be fast, there has to be knowledge already present in the mind. You get, I'm not learning chops today, we're learning how to get the mind to work well. So now here's the perfect exercise to improve your thinking speed. First of all, we start off with something like the single paradiddle. We can be playing something like, and next we'll try to do some substitution. We'll change the last note of the single paradiddle, the left to the kick. You understand? So we have, you see what I just did there? So next we can now do, we have right, left, kick, right, left, kick. What I'm doing here is I'm picking stuff at random that can flow. Do you understand? I'm done with this particular stuff. What's the quickest thing I can move to next? So, right, left, kick, right, left, kick. So let's take it from the beginning again. Single paradiddle. So we can even choose to add one more thing. Do you understand? We can add something like, are you seeing? I'm just using simple stuff. Now, where the main work is when you sit down to practice now, you pick these stuffs and try to play without stopping. Do you understand now? Without having any moment of break, you keep switching in between all these things. Let's start together now. I will increase the speed a little bit. So we have what's going on in your head when this was happening, you notice you are thinking, your brain is working very well. And something very nice you can do is, you must not use the chops I showed you here. You can use this if you're starting off. But one thing I always do is pick chops from your favorite drummers. Try to move, the same way I'm doing this thing, try to move around them. If I was to have fun with this, I can do a lot of things. So as I'm doing all those stuff, I'm thinking, but very fast. Do you understand? And don't forget, we're not memorizing this stuff. We're not trying to, memorize them. And if you do that, you're going to start having repetitive chops and leaks. Do you understand? At the beginning of this whole thing, you can, memorize it. But as you progress, try to start trying that with different stuff, like random things, so you're not repetitive. Now, after you've mastered all of this, the truth is there are times where you still experience brain freeze. So when you're playing and it just feels like you're stuck and there's nothing that's coming to your head, I'm going to show you certain things you can do in such scenarios. Some of these ideas, I got them a few years ago. The first one being the single stroke roll. Let me try to just play a short open solo, and you see some of it I'm trying to like fake a brain freeze and see what I'm going to do with the single stroke roll to come out of it. Did you see what I just did there? So it can save you that short, like 1 second or 2 seconds of playing the single stroke roll. You can quickly think of the next thing to go to. The single stroke is not the only rudiment you can use for this. I use the doubles a lot for it, in fact. So when this thing happens, I can just go to the double stroke roll. But what I do is I add some kicks in my double stroke roll. So I have something like, you get? See, I have a little time to think while I'm playing something that's still like wowing people. So now what you need to do at this point is keep trying out these exercises with different chops. You can try out different things. Even in this particular thing I told you, when you are stuck, you can quickly go around a pattern, a simple pattern like, I showed you this one earlier in this video. So just find a pattern that your mind is, very conversant with, you're already used to whenever you're stuck. But the main thing is for this exercise to make sure you stop having those brain freeze moments and to speed up your mind. Try to do these things as often as possible and gradually increase the speed so you can test your mind. If you're playing it slow, you don't know if you're actually growing. So gradually increase the speed and see if your mind is actually growing. So now if you think you also need to increase your hand or foot speed to complement your mental speed, check out this video right here for your hand speed, and I'll leave the link in the comment section for your foot and other things you will need. So leave a comment if this video was helpful and subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed yet. See you in the next video. Peace.